Hello, hello. Welcome back to my tiny corner of the internet. We're back, obviously, with another speed build. Wow, who would have guessed? I today we're building basically an artist's not loft. What am I saying? An attic, actually. I feel like artistic people, they probably would like to live in, unusual places in the house, like maybe like the basement or like probably the attic. And I thought it gives you guys like a cozier vibe, And plus, nobody ever goes in the attic. I know I never go into the attic in my house, so I thought it'd just be a unique, cozy little space for someone artistic to live in. So yeah. Oh, and I do apologize if you guys hear some noise. Someone out there in the neighborhood is starting their car, I think. But yeah, and they won't be quiet, to put it in a nice way. They won't turn off their car, so it's kind of loud here. I can't tell if you guys can hear it, but yeah. Moving back to the build. Smooth transitions. I added these like slanted windows. I thought they looked pretty cool. I don't know, is that just me? I was searching through my CC inventory and I saw these slanted windows, and they had different swatches and they looked so cool, and I thought it'd go well with like the attic vibes, because you know how the attic is like slanted. It's basically, an attic is like the room at the top of your house. It's like in the roof, so I thought it'd just give it like a roof, like it'd feel like the roof was over you. Yeah, is that weird? I don't know, but anyways, this room has a lot of brick included in it, mainly a lot of like red withered down brick. I thought it gave it that aesthetic vibe. Then again, I don't really know what's aesthetic and what's not, so there's that. There's a lot of wallpaper that I use in this build. I don't like for the room to be very blank, and I don't like leaving my rooms blank unless I'm going for like a different style. But in this style, I thought, an artist is living in here, and I'm pretty sure he or she wouldn't want to leave their walls blank, because a blank wall is equivalent to a blank canvas. So I thought, why not, put some crazy or cool wallpaper on the wall. So that's what I eventually end up doing to all the walls. I'm really indecisive when it comes to wallpaper. I have a lot of wallpaper, by the way. Not as much as some people, but like I think I have a fair amount. You can see me add like the artist area, like the art area basically. It's on this giant pedestal thing, but I thought it looked pretty cool too. I feel like that's something you'd have in an attic, like a raised level. Is that just me? Maybe. I've never been to my attic before, so I don't really know what it looks like, so I can't really base it off of anything. But then again, I could probably just Google it, but you know me, I'm the lazy person who doesn't like Googling things or clutter. You can see me add a rug. I thought this rug like matched the whole vibe that I was going for really well, because it was very antique or old looking. It had that rugged look. And now you guys can see me add a table with all the art stuff. And while making this build, I realized I didn't have any art CC, like anything artistic, like any fancy easels or any like paint stuff. I realized that really quickly into this build, and I just was too lazy to go custom content shopping again for paint supplies and all that stuff. So I just made do with what I had, and I think it turned out pretty well, considering I didn't have much to work with. I only had like a couple paint buckets and that's it. Well, I also had some canvases, empty canvases, so that was pretty good too. You can see me here add some clutter, as I call it. I just added these paint buckets from, I'm pretty sure it's City Living. Yeah, City Living. So that was pretty good. Like, I lucked out when I found these paint buckets in the catalog because I was running out of ideas on what to put in an artist's bedroom. You can see me add like a painting to that canvas. Obviously it's not real, and I don't think you could even use the the easels in this room because they're raised. The whole pedestal section is not usable because it's actually not meant for that, if you guys didn't know. You can see me add a desk to the room. I just thought every room needs a desk, right? And add maybe a laptop, and yeah, you'll see me later furnish it with some plants because every room needs plants. Like, I don't care if you're in the attic or not, you need plants. It just makes it feel more livelier, you know. Plus, plants are good for you. I'm currently actually recording beside my pet cactus. Fun fact that nobody asked for, but yeah, it doesn't have a name yet, and I'm gonna need help coming up with names, so you guys can leave names in the comments down below. I don't know, this is so random, but like, I'm not professional, so I'm gonna say some random things in the speed build, whether it's about my pet cactus or not, but yeah. You can see me just add some more plants, as I was talking about earlier. I thought just this room, the whole vibe this room was giving me was very like junky, I don't know, garage sale person, someone who like goes to like garage sales frequently and just picks up whatever and just uses that to furnish their room. I thought it was pretty cool, you know. It's very different from what I usually would go for. I usually go for minimalistic stuff, but I really like this room and how it turned out because it's so characteristic. Is that like a word? You can see me add a clock above the bed rather than on the nightstand, and I thought it looked pretty cool as well. It looked vintage, and like I said, going back to the character of the room, I thought, you know, the room has to tell a story for me, honestly. That's the only way to make a room interesting. Usually my boring minimalistic rooms, they don't tell a story, obviously. So that's why they all usually end up looking the same and they're kind of boring. I don't know. Is that just me? I like it when like there's a story always behind a room or a build or anything. It just makes the game more interesting. I don't know. I think that's just my opinion. Comment down below if you guys like the minimalistic style or like the cluttery lived-in style. I don't know if there's a word for that. So yeah. Oh yeah, you can see me. There's candles in the corner of the room. I thought those looked pretty cool too. I thought that's something you'd probably get at a junkyard. I mean, not a junkyard, a garage sale. Why do I keep on saying junkyard? Yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool to add like 3 of them. Let's talk about the bed, shall we? Because I really like this bed. It's by Novus, I think. I just probably embarrassed myself by saying that. But that bed, it's a very cool looking, unique bed. I could never fit that bed with anything because it looked so, I don't know, it was very different from what like I'd go for, like my style. But I thought it fit perfectly in this build, you know? It looked kind of recycly. It looked kind of garage sale type. Yeah, garage sale type. So I really liked it and how it fit in well with the build. yeah, just overall, this build, like, it ties in really nicely with like the character. Obviously, I guess it's not very neat, I guess. This person, whoever lives here, is not a very tidy person. Kind of, they are kind of in a way, but like, it just tells a lot about whoever lives here. Moving on to the walls. The walls were like probably the hardest part to decide on in this build, because obviously I didn't want to leave any walls blank. It just says a lot about a character, like the character, and you know, I wanted to leave like all the walls having some sort of cool art painting wallpaper design on it, because you know, artists are artists and they probably wouldn't want to leave a blank wall blank, because that's just equivalent to a blank canvas. Wow, that's just so inspirational coming from me. That's probably the smartest thing I've said today. And yeah, so so that's why I decided not to leave any of the walls blank. When I added brick, but then I also added wallpaper. You know, it's just a mix of both, just to give it that attic feel and that artist feel at the same time. I'm not sure if that made sense, but I hope it did. Anyways, you see me add some minor details, such as like the bags, the shoes, you know. I tried to come up with like different wacky colors, just to show that person's style in general. I'm not really sure what that thing is I put underneath the easel, but I thought it looked like paint, so like paint on the floor, so I thought, why not, to make it look more realistic. I just wish there were different swatches. And finally, you see me add like books. I do eventually add like a diary thing on the bed to make it seem like that person was just there recently. Yeah, this is one of my more detailed builds that tell a story, and I guess I'm proud of it. Yeah, it's pretty. I think I really enjoyed building this build, and I hope you guys also did enjoy watching me build this room, and I hope I didn't annoy you too much with me talking about stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure what else to talk about. Yeah, so if you guys really enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and help me come up with a name for my pet cactus. I don't know. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay safe and take care. Bye!